However, as you will see here, money is now a thing. So I wonder if trade is still done with factories or with money. It's still done with factories. Boo. Right, we have one factory. And how many military factories do we have? 3. Okay. And our civilian factory is still very expensive in comparison. Fuel gain from refineries, minus 4.8. So you get less fuel the more factories you have? Synthetic refineries increases fuel gain. Dockyards, fuel silos, nuclear reactors. So the buildings are not changed. Cybersecurity began to become a focus in the mid to late 90s. Yeah, that's what I assumed. Trade via factories is hard-coded. Oh. Okay, so I think I'm going to start by building civilian factories. If there's a... Aha, so they have expanded the laws. I thought they might have. Is there anything which is affecting my construction speed right now? Yes. 2-year draft, power tools, 50 to 80 poverty rate. So it's not a law that's changed that. It's just that we suck at building stuff. Power tools minus 35%. What does that? Power tools. Oh, I see. You need to become more productive in terms of manufacturing. How do you go up in these? It's not something I can just click on. Probably through decisions. Oh, you're trending towards... Interesting. Okay, so as you become more industrial, basically, you'll go up from power tools to rudimentary manufacturing lines. Get it. I like it. Second question. Do infrastructure increase construction speed in this mod? I'm going to assume yes, but I don't know for sure. Mobilization, construction methods, civilian construction. State infrastructure times 1.5. Yes, it does. So do I want to build infrastructure here or civilian factories? Part of that is going to depend on... Okay, so that's how you redo your industry. Whoa, that's not what I was trying to do. On the warpath, increases infrastructure by 1. So I think it would be fairly safe to go to infrastructure, say, 7. Although there is no penalty on factory building speeds now, right? If we do this... 2-year draft is 10%, power tools is 35%, poverty rates is 25%. And then if we do civilian factory, just as a comparison... Partial mobilization, minus 25%. Ah, there is a mobilization level. And where is that? There. Civilian factory construction speed, minus 25%. Oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. The more you mobilize, the slower your factories are built. So actually, as we go more and more mobilized, civilian factories are going to get harder and harder to build. That is such a simple and yet such a good change. So yeah, we're going to start out building another civilian factory. It's going to take like as long as this game is going to last, but we're going to do it. We could also start training something, so we've got Druzhina. Nice. Druzhina are Rus soldiers. Can I show the US focus tree? Yeah, I will do in a minute. I mean, it's going to be small. You're not going to see much from it, I don't think. But we'll look in a second. So these are infantry with engineer and artillery support. The size of companies is also limited. Interesting. So they've done that like in Old World Blues, where the size of armies is, or companies is limited. And then we've got light infantry, which I'm assuming are like a militia, and then the Streltsy, which are motorized. Cool. Alright, United States of America. Oh no, it's a bit bigger. So you got the Nixon presidency, campaign trail. Get our hands dirty or keep it clean. Watergate. Civil rights. Bend to the segregationist, toe the middle line or begin integration. And then the Cold War. Splendid isolation. America for America, reinforce the OFN, or containment theory. Cracking the steel curtain, forgotten allies. South Africa versus smashing the crested wave, bringing out the tinderbox. Strike the match. Okay, military factory. So we're currently producing guns and I don't know, RPGs. What are RPGs for? Are RPGs artillery? No, artillery is artillery. So I'm not currently producing any kind of artillery unless there's a handheld artillery. Anti-tank. RPGs are anti-tank. Do infantry require those? Yes, they do. Quite a few. So we also need support equipment and artillery for our current setup. So this is really going to be a choice between artillery or support equipment. So support equipment is production for artillery, which I'm guessing is in the form of a howitzer, is 4.5. Price is basically the same. We have got quite a lot of steel. We've also got a lot of tungsten, so you know what? We have no aluminium. So howitzer it is. We're going to have a really good artillery force, actually. Comparatively. Under the Black Sun. Top secret. Top secret. Top secret. Top secret! Nice. Oh, I like that. So does that actually hide those from everyone else? Yeah, they're just events. Ha! Okay. Oh man, I like that. I like that a lot. What's Nova Polska? I'm gonna guess that that is New Poland. Marian Sprikalski. An architect in his youth, Marian Sprikalski dedicated his life to the cause of liberation of the Polish working people. Being a member of the Polish Communist Party, Sprikalski became involved in the leftist Polish underground since the very first days of the Nazi occupation. Forming a partisan group called the Gwardia Ludowa, seeking to establish friendly relationship with the Soviet brothers, Sprikalski accommodated the Red Army forces when the West Russian War waged on eastern frontier with the Reich conquests, hoping that Poles and Russians together would liberate Poland and other oppressed nations of Europe from the fascist yoke. But the front, disadvantaged by its own internal struggles between commanders, could not bring liberation to his people. Along with his comrades, Sprikalski found himself at the service of the Polish ASSR in the Western Kazakhstan, which became a refuge for the Soviet Poles who found hostility in the ravaged Russian land, and the exiled Poles who were driven out from their homes by the Nazi invaders. Owing to his fame as a partisan leader, Spikolski quickly became one of the most prominent members of the reformed Polish military. On behalf of the Polish generals who believed the government headed by the Polish Workers' Party was too dogmatic and short-sighted to deal with the pressing issues of the ASSR, Spikolski orchestrated a bloodless coup against the party leadership, emerging as the chairman of the Rada Okalenia Nowej Polski. Inaugurating as a military dictator in times of crisis, Spikolski vowed to preserve the state of Nowa Polska and protect it from power-hungry Kazakh warlords who threatened its existence. Although he sincerely pledges his allegiance to the socialist cause and the Soviet Union, he isn't ashamed to neglect the revolutionary principles in favour of pragmatic decisions and seeking convenient allies amongst class enemies, whatever it takes for the new Polish homeland to survive in the unforgiving, war-ridden land of Central Asia. We're playing as Kemerovo, the modern Viking state. That's not us. Where are we? I've lost us. There we are. Alright, I think we're ready to unpause. No, let's check the Air Force. We have no Air Force. Let's check the Navy. We have a Navy. No, we don't. I mean, having a Navy would be kind of cool, but no, we don't. Speed 4, to begin with. Turn off the daylight cycle. Too early to unpause, man. It's only been 1 hour 37 minutes. Well, probably about an hour and a half, actually. If we include the lead-in time. Who is the bad guy in this mod? Everyone. Germany especially, seeing as this is what if Hitler had won the Second World War? Like, spoilers. But Germany's still kind of bad. Huzzah! Who's the bad guy? We have literal Hitler. Yeah. Grand Misa Funk, thank you very much for the 21-month resubscription. Very much appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, can we just keep it paused for the whole stream if you feel more comfortable with that? I had a lot of stuff to cover. This is all new to me and all new to you guys as well. Resband, did I acknowledge your bits earlier? I'm not sure that I did. Was there a message attached? I do wish it kind of highlighted those a little bit more. Like, highlighted messages paid for with channel points, massively highlighted. Bits, barely highlighted at all. Let me just go to Streamlabs and just check that. Recent events. No. Cool. Then we have got Rilo Wrecked Bomber, Unlucky Chip, Bangkok. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. And Black Kaiman, thank you very much for the resubscription, coming in with a 5-month resub. Thank you very much for that too. Oh, crikey, yeah, that's a huge manpower pool. It's too much, I don't know what to do with it. How laggy is this mod compared to other stuff? Seeing as I've just unpaused for a grand total of 7 days, bit early to say. So how long are the focuses? They are only 24 days. Okay, let's speed 5 it. Doesn't seem to be a huge amount going on at the moment. Oh, we got a battle already. Menjiang is fighting against the Mongolian People's Front. And Irkutsk is fighting against Buryatia. Oof, those two start at war? That's harsh. The People's Prince, Prince Yuri, roamed through the bustling town centre, full of people going about their lives, burying them from the markets, enjoying a day at the park and gossiping to one another. Yuri enjoyed coming here and being around all the people who are just going about their daily lives, enjoying what they can. Somewhat calming, a good break from the throne room and the cynical sister. There was still something off-putting, however. Wherever Yuri went, there was a sense of fear. Fear of bandits, fear of raids, fear of invasions from other warlords, and the fear that their family wouldn't have enough to eat that night. It was there, and almost everywhere Yuri went. The people couldn't live like this, Yuri thought. All of the dread and the despair deep inside everyone. It was unbearable. Every time he went to visit the town, he felt like something had to be done. Anything to improve people's lives, at least somewhat. What was he thinking? He was a prince. If someone could do something to help the people, it was him. Sure, his father did seem to care a lot for the kingdom, but what Yuri saw, it wasn't enough. More had to be done if Kemerovo were to be the grand kingdom that cared for its people. The people deserve better. Okay, so we have, oh bloody hell, a lot of decisions, which we also need to go through. So, the reunification of Russia after the German pillages have shattered the motherland. What parts of Russia that are not fallen under the German yoke directly have shattered into a mass of disorderly warlords. However, our history teaches us we are stronger when unified, and it is only when unified that we have a chance of standing against any enemies. It is necessary. The motherland must rise again. Form the Great Principality of Central Siberia. So we need Barnaul, Tanutuva, Bakhta, Kansk, Kemerovo, Novosibirsk, Bogochany, Kolpeshovo, Tomsk, Gorno-Altaysk, Krasnoyarsk, Yeniseysk, and Lezobirsk. We'll gain a research slot. Navy experience. In Siberia? The Great Principality of Central Siberia gaining Navy experience. Alright. Raiding and looting. This might be a little bit more up our street. Raiding is sadly part of daily life in Russia, and as much as we hate to admit it's one of the few means of survival, as much as we must be ready to organise raids into neighbouring territories to gather food, equipment and resources, we currently have one loot. So we can scavenge for loot, which will cost us 15 political power. We can build some new schools, research facilities, industrial equipment, new workers, agricultural methods. Prepare a raid against the People's Revolutionary Council, Novosibirsk and Altai, government of Russia, Central Siberian Republic, or the government of Krasnoyarsk. Why can't I do these? Because they probably need more loot for us to steal. Has at least one. Yeah, we don't. So we're going to go scavenging, which is going to reduce our factory output, but we'll gain one. So I think that's reasonable. Probably should have done that 16 days ago, but never mind. Legacy of the Siberian Plan. Though much of Russia is shattered and bombed out by the ravages of war, our realm holds the remnants of an extraordinary project. Started by Bukharin and escalated by the Central Siberian Republic at the peak of its power. The Siberian Plan was a comprehensive initiative to lay infrastructure for the transformation of Siberia into the largest and most well-orchestrated industrial era on the planet. While the plan was to establish, unable to reach its full potential, much of the structure remains and can be put to use to better our own industry. However, due to the unique nature of our region and the heavy industrialization of our territory, we must watch our industrial workers closely to ensure that discontent does not build within the population. Our current worker discontent is low, 16. So we can improve extraction, which decreases construction speed, increases consumer goods requirements, but increases resources. Increase capacity and efficiency, decrease production efficiency, increase industrial capacity, production efficiency. What's industrial capacity? Reduces maximum efficiency. Decreases consumer goods, increases factory industrial capacity. No, decreases both. Increases construction speed, decreases consumer goods. Or rather, increases the number needed. Increases factory industrial capacity, increases worker discontent. Increases consumer goods, decreases worker discontent. Decreases consumer goods, increases worker discontent and instability. Warlord development. War planning. Stability goes up, war support goes up, planning speed goes up. External investments, consumer goods massively down, political power down. Invest in infrastructure, consumer goods factories 7%. We gain a free infrastructure. Okay, that is big. Industrial, we gain consumer goods, we gain off-map civilian or on-map or any of those. Oh no, it's 100% total, so 1 of 4. Focus on research. We lose political power, but we gain research. We lose political power, we gain army experience and also manpower. We lose stability, but we gain political power. We lose political power, but we gain stability. Right, what were the things that we could trade the loot in for? That's the other question. So, new schools will gain stability of 2. However, it will reduce our war support and political power for 60 days. Academic-based societal development will begin to improve. Oh, so this is how we improve society. Okay. Research facilities will give us stability. Research facilities will improve. Industrial equipment will improve. Industrial expertise will improve. And agriculture will improve. And what those are is these, so we can see if they're trending upwards or downwards. So agriculture, we could, for example, continue on to mass mechanization, which will increase monthly population growth. Research, we're currently outdated, so we've currently got a penalty. We could do with modernized. Academic, we're on basic literacy. That is a huge penalty to everything, so we definitely want to improve our schooling. Poverty, we probably want to do something about. The Spartan Ideal. I'm guessing that's a unique one for somebody. Because, yeah, we're pretty bad in terms of poverty right now. Power tools, we're very bad in industry. Industrial experience, nascent industrial, we're not terrible in that. Army professionalism, we have political interference, which is actually pretty decent. It did say in our introduction that we have actually got a pretty good army. And the nuclear stockpile. We don't have a stockpile. A single weapon costs 100 million US dollars. Multiple weapon stockpile, large stockpile, massive stockpile, apocalyptic stockpile. I guess that's how much it... Oh, billion! Oh, it's... Okay. I was misreading that. I thought that was saying 18. I was like, $18? Bargain! Where do I sign up? Okay, so I'm gonna need to start really working on checking when these are available. I think I'm gonna say don't tell me when these are up. And don't tell me when these are up. If I have political power and I'm willing to spend it, I'll do it. The ones that I am interested in is when these are available. Especially this one. So right now there are no decisions available. And I'm guessing we can't spend political power on doing this stuff. This is all going to go through focuses. Head of Government, Krylov. Stability +5, war support +5, ministers. Baranovsky. Consumerism, supply consumption down, improve relations up, decryption up. This does... No, it does use intelligence. Economy. Resource gain efficiency up, consumer goods down, production efficiency up. This guy's quite good. And then we have Security Minister, Yakolev. Division Defense up, entrenchment. No change. Max entrenchment +0. Lovely. And then we could also create an agency. Does this not cost anything? Okay, so what's the Viking Intelligence Agency going to be called? Because we might as well start. $18 for a stockpile of world-ending weapons? Hell yeah! NKVD, that's too Soviet. We're not Soviet. We're Viking. Hell's Fury, Valhalla. Mimir. Yom's Vikings is a good one. I quite like Mimir as well. Mimir was the Norse god of secrets, yeah. The VIA. The Viking Intelligence Agency. Hunin Munin. Loki. Loki would actually be another good one. Alright, well, I think you know what this is going to mean. I mean, if I can't decide, maybe you can help me. Intelligence agency. So I liked Loki. Hunin Munin. If I could spell that. There we go. And I still misspelled it. Loki. Yeah, that one's good too. Mimir was an excellent suggestion. Yom's Vikings, I liked that. Although they were more about fighting. Heimdall, he sees everything. It's another good one. Plus, if we have Heimdall, then he has the awesome voice actor from Rune II, so double down on that. I quite like these choices. Loki, Hunin, Mimir, Yom's Vikings, or Heimdall. I did just want to check the spelling for Hunin. Much simpler. Huggin and Munnin. Alright, we're going to go with Huggin and Munnin. This is definitely an influenceable vote. And here it goes. Vote, vote, vote. Get your votes in as we name what our intelligence agency will be called. Get your votes in. Heimdall, Yom's Vikings, Mimir, Hunin Munin, or Loki. I don't think the Vikings would do subtlety. You would think wrong. The Vikings rated a leader's cunning very, very highly, and in fact, if you read the sagas, the ability to do cunning acts was rated probably higher than like combative acts. If you could outsmart your opponent, that was really highly rated. So yeah, the Vikings were sneaky as hell. And really, really valued the ability to be sneaky. The impression of the Vikings as just bloodthirsty barbarians is very much a perspective sold by monastic scholars, because they were the ones who were being raided. Doc Alpha. I'm not sure that's necessarily the intelligence agency. A lot of sagas have an almost Odysseus vibe from the Odyssey. Yeah, exactly. So get those votes in. This could still go either way. First place is tied, because of course it freaking is. So if you haven't voted yet, you definitely should, because your vote is going to matter. Zaxkary, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel.